Yo, what's good, YouTube? This video right here, it was sent to me by E&E. So I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. And the title on it already is Florida Black Woman Killed and Missing Day Before Gabby. No coverage. I don't know if that's true or not, Chet. You know, sometimes people just put the title to get attention. I don't know what the case may be. So that's the whole point of reacting to the video with you guys. I have not seen this video, and I really do not know no information on this missing case investigation, but I would like to know what's going on. I'm kind of curious about what's going on in this case, because usually this is what happens in America with our melanated folks is, you know, we get put on the back burner, and when things like this happen, it's only too many that care, and it's rarely national news. Just like with these two missing boys, two missing melanated babies. It's not even national news. It's crazy, you know what I mean? Shout out to Bakersfield News, though, you know, for everything that they done. It would not be on the news at all. You know, everybody else, I think a couple other people covered the story, but it should be continuous, you know what I mean? Like what Bakersfield is doing, that's how I feel. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. What they're talking about, guys.
Pensacola police and her family still don't know why.
Clearly, our stories do not hold the same weight as the Gabbys and the, you know, John Benet Ramseys and them, right? I don't mean to be...
It's not really about being blunt. It is about being blunt. I get what she's saying, but it's just about keeping it 100, you know what I mean? And nowadays, it's like when you keep it 100 and you put it out there like that, you know, they take it in such a negative way. Or you're racist, or you're, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Just any type of excuse besides the pay attention to what's really going on. Which is sad nowadays because it goes on in all types
Hey,
of ways.
BGU family, it's your girl, Mika Samaya. Welcome back to another installment of BGU News. As always, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and turn those notifications on.
Make sure y'all like, share, and
stay up to date with
subscribe.
the latest videos. Let's go ahead and get into the story for today. This summer, LaTonya Baxter and her daughter decided to move to Pensacola, Florida from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, because they were looking for something new and different and agreed they wanted to relocate together because of their deep love for one another. They knew a relative who owned a house in the area and made arrangements to rent rooms there. It was to be the start of a new life in a new place, a new chapter, and a new adventure. LaTonya is described by friends and family as fun and energetic, with an infectious laugh to match. After moving to Florida, LaTonya and her daughter were both hired at the same time to work as nursing assistants at the Waterford at Carpenter's Creek, an assisted living facility on North Davis Highway. Her daughter had worked in nursing homes before, but it was her mother's first time in that line of work, and she was surprised by how much she enjoyed it. She even considered going back to school to become a nurse. Although she was only employed at the facility for 3 months, LaTonya quickly became one of the best employees at the facility. She was described by colleagues as the sweetest and most giving person. A supervisor recalled a time when she learned that one of her daughter's new coworkers was actually homeless. She allowed the homeless woman and her daughter to live with them for a while until she can get back on her feet.
Wow.
LaTonya's daughter, who describes never going a day or even hours without speaking to her mother, was suddenly unable to get in contact with her. She contacted police a couple days later to report her missing.
40-year-old LaTonya Baxter was murdered.
Wow,
Pensacola police and her family still don't know why.
Sad.
Police are still searching for her body.
Officers arrived and searched the home and found blood in LaTonya's bedroom and other sites on the property, as well as in a vehicle belonging to her roommate, 38-year-old Joe Jones.
Wow.
Officers also described finding tire tracks leading from the back door and also blood smears.
But I don't know that man. But he looked, you know, he looks a little crazy. I don't know what's going on. That's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all feel like that.
Blood was also located in an attached shed in the back of the house. Afterwards, investigators searched Jones' vehicle and used crime scene techniques to detect a large amount of blood in the trunk of the car. Investigators also obtained a cell.
We just gonna look at this man for a little bit. Now tell me, am I reaching? Am I tripping? Am I being judgmental? Am I wrong for thinking what I'm thinking? All right, we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Just keep it going. But that man looks crazy. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not even saying he did something to the woman, all right? But it looked like he would do something to somebody.
Jones that contained a photo that was taken at 1:54 p.m. the day prior. It showed LaTonya's deceased. Investigators noted a tattoo of a mermaid on the wrist matched a tattoo seen on her wrist in family photos.
LaTonya Baxter and Giles Jones lived in this Pensacola home behind me, have lived here since June. Take a look at the front door. You can see crime scene tape is still set up. Now, police
Since
say
June,
Jones
so they only been
killed her,
staying together a couple
then took
months.
Pictures of her on his cell phone. Her 21-year-old daughter, Janae Jackson, wants her mother brought back home.
Yes, I want to find her body.
And it was Jackson who called police on September 12th, saying she hadn't seen her mother for 2 days.
LaTonya's cousin said Jones was a family friend, but only knew her for a short time. She said the two were only roommates and not romantically involved, and the two never had any major problems. Typical roommate issues, but nothing that would lead them to believe something like this would happen. Baxter's roommate, Giles Kurt Jones, 38.
He was like a fatal attraction. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think about. Let's get more into details. I don't want to say too much about this man.
Was arrested in connection with her death.
Yeah,
he was taken into custody at the Pensacola Greyhound Station and was booked into the Escambia County Jail without bond on suspicion of first-degree premeditated murder.
Wednesday, Pensacola police arrested Baxter's roommate, Giles Jones, for her murder at the Greyhound bus station in
So now I can talk my stuff.
Was he fleeing Pensacola?
He was attempting to, yes.
Police found blood in Baxter's bedroom and in Jones's car. They also found a picture of Baxter on Jones's phone on September 11th. Police believe he had taken it after he killed her.
He must have taken her somewhere. Is that the obvious conclusion police have come to?
That's what we believe. Police say Jones' car was spotted on September 11th in Century around noon, and then came back to Pensacola later that afternoon. Thursday morning, Pensacola police were searching a wooded area near Palafox and Airport, looking for evidence.
Just 1 day after an arrest was announced in Baxter's murder, her 21-year-old daughter, Janae Jackson, struggled to find the words to describe the tragic loss. She stated, "I just want people to know she was very sweet. I just want them to know how good of a person she was." Baxter's body has not been recovered as of Thursday afternoon, and search efforts are still underway. Investigators received help in their search for local members of the national.
Once again, that man looks crazy. Like, if my daughter wanted to roommate with that man or something, just off of looks, I do not care. I will not let it happen. You know what I mean? It just looked like he would do something like that. He looks like a creep, to be real. You know, some people look like that for a reason, because it shows their inner them. You know what I mean? He looks like a creep. He looked like he would do this type of stuff, which is sad. Sad. Justice for this woman. I hope they find her body and this man gets prosecuted for what he did, because sounds like he pretty much did this.
Organization, Class Kids National Search Center for Missing Children. A group of several Class Kids members, along with approximately 3 dogs, were spotted conducting a search for Baxter's body near the intersection of North Palafox Street and Airport Boulevard. Investigators believe that her body may be located in the Century area or just across the Alabama state line. In the days since LaTonya's disappearance, relatives have been arriving in Pensacola to offer their support to her daughter. So this is a very sad case.
Yes, it is.
We have all had times in our life, I'm going through it right now, where we wanted to just move, start over,
Yes.
start a new adventure, start a new chapter, right?
We all went
But
through
you
it.
never imagine that in doing so and going through that process, that something like this would be the ending result.
For real.
All she wanted was a new start with her daughter. She wasn't even in Florida for, 4 months, and then this happens to her.
Sad
It
story,
almost makes
man.
you wonder, was this a case of someone that had feelings for this woman, and maybe she wasn't receptive of the advances? Or was this just a sick individual? And the reason why I say that is
everything
because
together.
this man, again, you have a picture of a dead body, the person who you murdered. You keep a picture of them in your cell phone. It's like, are you glorifying the fact that you did this to this woman, or is there like some sick motive for you to keep this woman's picture in your phone?
I missed that part. I heard her say something about a picture earlier. I did not hear that. This man had a picture of the... Oh, Lord, what is wrong with people? It looked like he would do that. I'm sorry. But what is wrong with these sick individuals out here? That man is an official creep. He needs the worst of the worst. I hope he gets like triple life. But, oh my God. Oh my God. You're not supposed to be judgmental in life and judge a book by its cover. Well, I don't care. Sometimes you have to. That man looks like a creep. Prayers for this woman, man. Oh my God. He was probably trying to holler at her, and I could just imagine she's like, if you don't get your old creepy looking up out of here. Didn't want to give up the you know what, and he got mad. Like, you know, he probably used to do all types of play with him, man, in time, like, to the point, you know, he probably wanted to rape her. He probably, sad to say, he probably, it's a sad story, man.
Exactly do you plan on doing with this image, sir? Why is it still on your phone? Why did you even take the picture in the first place? It's very weird. And then furthermore, police are having such a hard time to locate this woman's body. Sources don't specify as to whether or not the photo of the body was taken inside the home or whether it was taken at the location where he may have dumped her body. But correct me if I'm wrong. With all of this technology that we have today, I'm almost positive that if he did indeed take this photo at the location where he left her body, they should be able to track that location. No question. Why is it taking so long? Yet, you think about the Gabby Petoto case, and they've already found a body that may be hers. How does that work? So LaTonya Baxter literally went missing one day after.
And I just want to explain that, you know, I'm not trying to go back and forth, but the truth is that, and the reason probably why they found Gabby's body so quick is because of multiple agencies that was involved all the way from Florida, all the way across the United States to Wyoming. Now, to get into details, I don't know if they have more leads or whatever the case may be, but I feel when any missing persons or people come up missing, it should be an equal deal across the table, all the way across the United States. It should be a whole movement of agencies. Everybody should be involved, from this state to this state, from this agency, from the federals to the state to the city enforcements, and it should never stop. Everybody's case should be big, man. And just, you know, just look at the melanated cases. All, you know, but with most of the melanated cases, the numbers is low. The coverage is low. It's not like, you know, it's basically like they don't really care about us. Michael Jackson said it first.
Who is from Florida. She wasn't missing in Florida, but she's from Florida. Why is the ball rolling so fast on Gabby's case, but we don't hear about LaTonya? Where is LaTonya Baxter's press conference? Why am I not receiving Google, MSN, CNN alerts on LaTonya Baxter? Why was it so hard for me to find a video?
I haven't heard about it either.
In this video.
Somebody had to send it to me.
Yet I turn on CNN. Gabby Petoto is everywhere. Gabby Petoto is on the morning news, the afternoon news, the evening news. Yet I don't see LaTonya Baxter. That's the problem. Which further goes to prove my point that We do not matter to the mainstream news.
Facts.
Nothing. I literally typed this woman's name into YouTube. I typed it into Google. There were only articles. All of the articles that I saw were local articles based out of Pensacola, the city where she's missing from. There's nothing on CNN. There's nothing on MSN. There's nothing on the mainstream platform for LaTonya Baxter.
We got to make a change,
Why?
you guys. You know, that's why I'm glad I'm involved in this type of stuff, because I know this little bit of YouTube work helps spread awareness. If they're not going to broadcast it, it's up to us to broadcast it and keep these cases alive, because that's not fair. I understand what this woman is saying 100%. It's not to be no competition. It's not to down the next person that's missing. It's all about it should be fair, and it's not. So I ask every YouTuber out there, if you're a real one, if you're a solid one, help promote this case, man. Get it out there to the world so they can at least get out there and look for this woman's body. They already got half the evidence. They already got the suspect. Maybe they trying to interrogate where the body is, you know, snitch on themselves. But then at the same time, it should still be people out there searching for the body. I know every case is different. The law works in different ways. But regardless or not, it's still always some type of lack within these melanated cases. And that's just the truth. Prayers, prayers, prayers again, once again for LaTonya. Let's just pray that this man tells law enforcement where the body is eventually, or hopefully they get it together and, you know, go out there and search and find this body. Get a couple agencies out there so they can, you know, get some help and locate LaTonya. Because apparently they know she's dead. This sick man had a picture of her dead body in his phone. Her family is out there and they want answers. Her daughter wants answers. She wants to know where her mother is.
The article describes between her and her daughter, and looking at the news footage, the city where she's missing from. There's nothing on CNN. There's nothing on MSN. There's nothing on the mainstream platform for LaTonya Baxter. Why? Just thinking about the relationship that the article describes between her and her daughter, and looking at the news footage and just how heartbroken her daughter is.
That's sad.
I really
man.
pray for peace for her daughter, her
For
family,
reals.
her friends. I pray that this man is able to provide this family with some sort of closure by confessing to what he did with the body, so that at least they can properly bury her, to at least begin the healing process. And I know it never gets easy when you lose a family member in this manner, but I just hope that he can find it in some way in his state of mind to provide this family with closure. Let them know where the body is. At least give them that. Murdering her was cruel enough, but it definitely becomes a double sword when a family is unable to bury their loved one.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Allow
you
them to
already
rest in
killed the
peace.
woman. You know,
Who knows
like,
what the state of her body may be in by the time they even find her. It's just a sick story all around. For the sake of LaTonya's family, her daughter, her friends, please share this story. Please get this story out there. Because like I said, and like I will continue to say, clearly our stories do not hold the same weight as the Gabbys and the, you know, John Benet Ramseys and them, right? I don't mean to be blunt. Let's make sure that we do our share.
Facts. 100.
By sharing our stories to others and spreading the word, so that at least if no one else cares, we do. To LaTonya Baxter, may her soul rest in peace. To her daughter, to her family, we got you covered over here. If you have any stories that you would like to see featured on BGU News, please do not hesitate to send an email to blackgirlunlost@gmail.com. Thank you for joining me for another installment of BGU News. As always, please like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and turn those post notifications on so that you never miss a new video. Until next time, peace.
Peace. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. I'm gonna put the link in the description and her IG, and I'm gonna actually try to contact her and do some things and try to get her on a boy story. I don't know, maybe she covered it or not. I'm not too sure, but I would like for everybody out there to get this boy's story out there so these faces could be seen across the world and everybody know. That's real spit that she talking right there, you guys. A lot of people can't handle the truth, but this is facts, man. A lot of people is also scared to talk about it and stand up for the culture. So I respect anybody with a platform. Give us a voice. Rayshawn 100. I'm out of here. Peace and blessings. Prayers for LaTonya. Prayers for the boys. Always.